For me, it was easier to know what I was dealing with than to be wondering, why this behavior was happening. Because, if it's not a diagnosis of Alzheimer's or memory loss, then, is it something organic, biological? Is there an issue with the heart? Is there an issue, neurologically with the brain besides this? So at least we know what we're dealing with. So it was easier for me to manage it once I knew what we were managing.
And once you got that diagnosis, I know there's lots of challenges, and obviously we deal with it a lot for the Alzheimer's Association, challenges dealing with healthcare, and how did you traverse those challenges once you had the diagnosis from Mom?
Once we had the diagnosis, it was different every day because some days they would be willing to accept that they're forgetting things and that they need help. Other days they would not feel that the help was necessary, and they might have seen it more of like, well, why are you in my business? Why are you asking me these personal questions? Why are you going to the bank with me? And why are you making sure that this gets done? And I think that, their pride and their independence in their case, from their perspective, was threatened. I mean, obviously I'm not going to do anything to hurt them, but
right.
Having to step in and having that be accepted by the other party was probably my biggest challenge, was, them agreeing that, okay, I need some help. I really am losing my way sometimes when I go to the doctor's office. I don't always know where I'm going and forgetting to put gas in the car.
Right.
So getting them to just sort of concede to the fact that they need some help was my biggest challenge.
So they're conceding to the fact that there's a little bit of a role reversal from child to parent, right?
Yes, and they, I think they had a hard time with that because they always wanted to be seen as, the parent who knows more and, the one that you go to advice for. You don't ask advice, their generation, you don't necessarily ask your child to help you out, and that was hard for them. Yeah.
And then, so you have your diagnosis, you're struggling with it as a caregiver. Mom is struggling with it because she's the person with the disease. Mm-hmm. And then also how you interacted with the medical community. Tell me how that affected you guys.
Well, we had very, very, very good experience with Dr. Laird and having social work and everybody involved that was able to sort of put us on the right track with what the needs were. And probably in a lot of ways, when you're the person who has to make decisions for another person, it's a lot of responsibility, and you worry, you second guess yourself, like, okay, well, should I do this? Or, should I be telling them really what to do? Am I not giving them enough credit? Am I not, so you're kind of walking a tightrope between worrying about them, right, getting hurt, getting lost. Every time I see a silver alert, I think, oh boy, right. You think about things like that. But then on the other hand, sometimes they'll surprise me and they'll get through things. And then I'm like, wow, I don't give them enough credit. So I had to adjust, and make sure that, I was giving them the respect and the space that they needed, but also keeping them safe.